Have you ever heard a crime story so terrifying that it felt almost supernatural? Some crimes leave behind more than just horror. They leave a stain, an imprint, a restless energy that refuses to fade. Tonight, we're diving deep into 3 chilling cases where true crime and hauntings collide. Some say ghosts are just remnants of the past. But what if the past refuses to die? Turn off the lights, and let's begin. The Silent Room at Blackwood Manor. The early 1990s, Detective Paul Grayson investigated a brutal murder at Blackwood Manor, a secluded estate outside of New Orleans. The house had once been grand, but by then it had fallen into decay. The crime? A missing family, a husband, wife, and their 8-year-old son, vanished without a trace. The neighbors reported horrible screams from the house one night. When police entered, they found no one inside, just a dining table set for 3 and a single message carved into the wood. He waits. For weeks, authorities searched for the family, until one night, an officer doing a final walkthrough heard whispers. He followed them to a locked room upstairs. The door creaked open. Inside, the air was ice cold. On the walls, names had been scratched in deep gouges, names that weren't in the police reports. Then, a child's voice spoke. "Help us!" The officer turned to see a dark figure in the corner, its face twisted in agony. The lights flickered. When they came back on, the room was empty again. Days later, cadaver dogs found the family's remains buried beneath the floorboards, but no one ever found the killer. Locals say the house is still cursed. Paranormal investigators have captured voices whispering in the dark, and visitors swear they feel something watching them from the silent room. Would you dare spend the night there? The blood-stained motel room. In 1978, a small roadside motel in Nome, Arizona became the scene of one of the most horrific murders in state history. A man checked in under the name Robert Hale, but staff noted something was off. He never spoke, never turned on the lights, and his room stayed deathly cold. One night, the guests next door reported thumping sounds and something dragging across the floor. By morning, the motel maid knocked on the door. No answer. She used her key and stepped inside. The walls, covered in blood. The bed, sliced apart. The guest, gone. But the strangest part? The police never found a single fingerprint, a weapon, or any sign of forced entry. It was as if the killer had disappeared into thin air. Years later, travelers reported terrifying encounters in that same room, whispers from the closet, lights flickering at 3 a.m., and worst of all, waking up to the feeling of ice-cold hands pressing down on their chest. Some believe Robert Hale was never human. The motel was demolished in 2004, but legend says that even now, if you drive past the empty lot, you'll see a figure standing at the window of a room that no longer exists. The possessed witness. This case is still unsolved. In 2012, a woman named Lena Carter walked into a police station in Washington State. She was shaking, her hands covered in scratches. She told officers that she had witnessed a murder, but the details were impossible. She claimed that a man had killed his wife in a locked house with no exits. She even described the murder in graphic detail, how he dragged her body, how the blood pooled, how he whispered, "I'm sorry," as he finished. Police were skeptical. The house she described had been vacant for 10 years. But when officers checked the location, they found the body. The crime scene matched Lena's description exactly, but there was no way she could have seen it. There were no windows, no doors, left open. When they pressed her for answers, Lena's face changed. Her eyes darkened. Her voice wasn't hers anymore. "He made me watch." After that night, Lena was never the same. She refused to speak, refused to answer questions. She was institutionalized, and to this day no one knows how she saw the murder before it was discovered. Some believe she was possessed. Some believe she was forced to watch by something else. What do you believe? Some crimes can be solved with logic, but some linger in the shadows, defying reason, leaving behind whispers, echoes, and spirits that refuse to be silenced. True crime is terrifying, but true crime mixed with the paranormal? That's something much, much worse. If you think you're brave enough, share this video and let us know which story haunted you the most.